This is NuMedia TV in London.
Warning! The following program contains graphics and images that some people may find disturbing and traumatizing. Some of the violent content may be too intense for some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. NuMedia TV.
Fair Use Act Disclaimer. Fair Use Copyright Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as nonprofit, criticism, news reporting, comment, teaching, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Content disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this media or comments on this channel are those of the speakers or authors, and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos and audios may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. This channel's owner claims no copyright to said content. The broadcaster of this channel cannot be held accountable to the copyrighted content. The broadcaster of this channel is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify the accuracy of such information, but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this channel.
On this social media network, we aim to address Nigeria's socio-cultural and political problems in areas of national identity, conflict, poverty, endemic corruption, inequality, nepotism, terrorism, agitation, high level of child mortality, unemployment, poor health and education, collapsed in infrastructure, cultism, ritual killings, herdsman crisis, tribalism and home violence.
As a precaution, this channel would also like to state unequivocally that we have all rights to use in all of our media broadcasts over 700 royalty-free tunes. These entire package was purchased and delivered by email. Tuesday, January 12, 2021 at 17:17 hours in London from soundsbest.com and a paid subscription and program from Movavi Video Editor.
NuMedia TV. Beyond the headlines. News in its purest form. Live stream with confidence. Contact us on +44 208 180 0433, Voice over Internet Protocol. WhatsApp +44 7467 634 822. The live stream will start soon. Please like, subscribe, share and to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
Yes, good evening. Good evening to you guys. Good evening. Today's Monday. Yes, Monday, the 14th day of the 8th month of August 2023. Yes, I salute each and every one of you. I am not too certain or too sure if some of you can see me from all the different platforms, but I know for a fact that the YouTube is working perfectly. The stream is perfect. My personal page on Facebook is perfect. The only two pages that I am having problems with is Hello E-Magazine on Facebook and NuMedia TV on Facebook. I've tried to actually go through some of the technical bits and details, and I know that NuMedia TV and my personal page is there are those two pages, those two feeds that people watch the live stream. Yes, if you're joining me again today, this is the second day I'm actually testing this new studio to see its brilliance, how good this new studio is performing in terms of clarity and voice and all the other technical jargons and bits. But unfortunately, due to this new studio that I am testing, I am unable to actually pick up some of your comments unless and otherwise you comment on my personal page until I'm able to fix the technical hitch between the two other pages on Facebook, Hello E Magazine and NuMedia TV. Yes, as you can see, today is Monday, the very first day of the week, 14th day of August, the 8th month of August 2023. And technically, by the time in front of my console, it is just a minute past 5 o'clock in London. You're welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Frank Bello, live in London. What I am going to talk to you about this great evening in London is all about the problems with the black race. The problems with the black race. So I tagged this as hashtag the problems with the black race and then hashtag Black Race 2023. And that's the way I want it to be. Because the reasons why I have decided to pounce on that topic is to go a little bit further. When I say black, I am talking in terms of the entire black race across the whole world, particularly those that are in Africa, perhaps the black race that are somewhere else, probably in the United States, in Brazil, and other parts of the world might be different, but the blacks, particularly in the sub-Sahara African region, are the ones that I am particularly referring to in this stream. Now, why am I treating this topic? I want to treat this topic because I want to open up your eyes into seeing things that you were unable to see, that I was able to see many years. But before we do that, before we go into the nitty-gritty of what we have to discuss here this great evening live in London, let me quickly take you through some of the problems that are currently happening, because there are so many things developing rapidly up in the black African continent, especially in the Sahel region. Now, I'm just getting those fresh information that the Niger Republic, this is not new. It's like Niger generals set to prosecute the ousted president. So they are, yes, President Bazoum. The coup plotters, they said they will charge President Bazoum for high treason. So in other words, Bazoum is to be charged for a treasonable felony. I don't really know the penalty that attracts such an offense in Niger Republic, but I know for a fact that back home in Nigeria, if you are charged for a treasonable felony, it is death sentence. I'm not too sure whether the National Assembly they've actually rectified the law, but under the military, because we've gone Nigeria too, don't forget, we've gone through our own different phases of the military, from the time the six majors, when they struck Nzegu and the rest of them, right up to Abdusalam Abubakar's era in 1999, before Nigerians begin to see, well, what I call sustainable democracy, or consistent democracy without any military intervention, with nothing to show for it anyway. There was nothing to show for Nigeria's existence from 1960 right up to date. In fact, when you look into many of the African continents as well, yeah, there's nothing to show for all the years that they've gathered their independence. Yes. Now, the next one I saw that actually came in was all about the fuel subsidy. Now, I think things is really getting out of hand, and Nigerians are groaning over socio-economic hardship. Now, many of you will remember, before the general elections in February, that the APC first in 2015, they promised you change. They promised you change. And then in 2019, they took you to the next level. And then in 2023, they promised you extra level, and that the sufferings that you endured as Nigerians from 2015 right up to 2023 will be nothing compared to the extra level that is coming your way. Well, that extra level is here, and that's why hashtag the problems with the black race. Now, I was going through some of my digital library earlier on today, and in between I found an article that was actually published by the Daily Times as far back as 1977, when the original Muhammadu Buhari, authentic one, was the Minister of Petroleum at the NNPC office, to which in 1977, according to that published story in the Daily Times in 1977, we're talking about maybe about 46 years ago, Buhari in 1977, when he was a colonel in the army, I'm telling you this because I went through all my digital archives and I saw it. Now, as far back as 1977, Colonel Muhammadu Buhari, as Minister of Petroleum under Olusegun Obasanjo as military junta at the time, promised that fuel scarcity will end in 1 year. I'm not making this up. That is the whole truth. And these were some of the problems with the black race that 46 years ago, the black people never addressed such problems. And 46 years on, the problem probably is even far more worse than 46 years ago. Fuel subsidy. Nigerians groan over socio-economic hardship. You ain't seen hardship yet. You ain't. You haven't. In 2023, Nigerians, let me assure you, will eat rotten food from the dustbin of the rich. I was on the phone, WhatsApp call to someone earlier on today as well, just immediately after I came back from the dentist. And that person was questioning me. Question in the sense that it is those who are smart and intelligent, and those that are inquisitive, that ask questions. So that person that I am not going to name was questioning me. And I was giving that answers back to the same person. That, you remember I said this sometime in one of my podcasts. The fellow said yes, that it seems everything I have been saying is coming to pass. It must come to pass. I have been in the struggle trying to advise Nigerians, especially before social media, on Ben Television at the time. We only had Ben Television, and in conjunction with my own publication, just to enlighten and to entertain and then educate Nigerians. How many people were privileged enough to go out of their way into buying news publication, quality for that matter, to buy those printed news magazine that will empower them, nourish their mind, and educate them? No. Many of you in the 90s and the early 20s, you prefer to go through some of those nasty publications that the publishers will collect money from those who looted Nigeria dry, build mansions that they will not even take to heaven, and then slam them into the pages of their magazine, and then all of you will rush to go and buy such a ridiculous publication. That is how stupid some black people are. I'm testing this. Maybe I should drop this broadcast and then come back, because I want to get this studio right. I don't know what I am doing to the string key or whatever, that the other two platforms are not just picking up the signal. Let me end this, and I'm gonna have to come back. I promise I'm gonna come back, and I'm going to take this a step further from where I stopped. Join me, because this is just an announcement. I'll fine-tune this new studio and we will take it up from there. Until that time, probably in about an hour, if I can't do it, then I'll switch to the old system and then we'll talk about that. I'd love to have you back. Thanks for watching this short broadcast, and I'll see you then. Today, not tomorrow. Thank you, and God bless you.